Hello, welcome back to Lecture 12. This is Part 2. I'm Mamurjan Rahimov, and we talked about new product development and discussed it stage by stage. Now we are moving to a related concept, very important in product development. Since most of the markets nowadays are saturated, uh, there is a need for product differentiation. So what is product differentiation? It is creating and designing products so customers perceive them as different from competing products. Because customer perception is critical. So customers should perceive your product as special, as different from all other market offerings. So company marketers, they spend a lot of time and resources to understand proper ways of product differentiation. So therefore, just this morning, one student sent me a message asking about other P's. Most of us we know four P's, but there are beyond four P's. There is packaging. There is company can differentiate its products through people, meaning customer service, processes, physical evidence, and many others. So the list goes on, and scholars keep adding more P's to the list. So four P's are, the most essential ones. But the reason this list is extending is because companies are trying to differentiate their products and services. So the three aspects of product differentiation companies must consider are the following: product quality, so you can differentiate by improving the product quality, product design and features, and of course product support services. Speaking about quality, what is quality? The definition is it is quality is overall characteristics of a product that allow it to perform as expected in satisfying customer needs. So some product is considered to be of higher quality because it's performing better than comparable products in satisfying customer needs. So companies have learned to regulate levels of quality. For example, former GM president said that technically speaking, GM could produce only Cadillacs, but then there wouldn't be a very large market for them because Cadillacs, they're like Rolls-Royce of American automobile industry. So they're very expensive, and of course they very high quality. But not all the people can afford this high quality. So there is something called planned obsolescence. So companies basically they regulate the level of quality, and as a result, they make different kinds of products and which are branded differently. So GM cars, um, they're the brands are arranged like on a leather form. So Chevy is like entry level models, and then it goes into Buick and Cadillac. So there are many other brands that GM owns around the world that each one signifies different level of quality. In terms of consistency of quality, it is the degree to which a product has the same level of quality over time. So, thanks to automation, companies have learned to provide consistency in quality. When we had several years ago at our university, we had a guest lecture from Carlsberg and a marketer from Carlsberg, and he said that it's not very difficult to produce high quality beer, but the most difficult thing is to provide consistency in taste, which is the main indicator of quality in beers. That's why they bring in special people from Europe to who can guarantee, who know the technological process so well that they can guarantee consistent quality. As we said, products can be differentiated based on design and features. So design is how a product is conceived, planned, and produced. In the related term is styling, the physical appearance of a product. So every year, almost every year, car companies they do some restyling of the cars, even though it doesn't change significantly, but because of the competitive market, people have come to expect in developed countries to see some changes, at least exterior changes to the products they're buying. When it comes to product features, specific design characteristics that allow a product to perform certain tasks. For example, cars can be made safer by adding more airbags, or having, for example, a new Tesla cars have collision avoidance systems. So marketers must determine the product designs and features customers' desires through market research. So information from marketing research helps assess customers' preferences. And then new product development or research and development department develops the products that customers desire. And product support services also help in differentiating products and services. For example, if you are buying a washing machine in a household products market, these kind of things will affect your choice of washing machine. So if you have two identical similar washing machines, and one has delivery and installation included, then it offers financing, longer warranties, all these support services help in differentiating your product and services. And another important aspect to consider is um, positioning the products in the minds of the consumers. It refers to decisions and activities intended to create and maintain a certain concept of the product in customers' minds. So product positioning is not a physical thing. It is what you do in the minds of consumers. For example, when people think about Sony, right? What kind of emotions, you know, activated in persons' minds, or BMW, or Heinz ketchup, or Lay's chips. So this projected image is crucial because consumers tend to group or position products in their minds to simplify buying decisions. So they can group product as into high quality products, or medium or low quality. So perceptual maps are used for better understanding the current position of the product that you're producing, and then to plan which way to move in order to improve its positioning. And it's very subjective, but perceptual maps are useful in comparing and contrasting companies' own products between each other, as well as comparing the company's products with those of competitors. So positioning can be head-to-head positioning, best when products are equal and price is lower. Avoid competition. So critical when introducing a brand in a market in which the company already has one or more brands. Position can be based on specific product attributes and features. For example, if you look at watches, uh, they all tell time, but you don't You don't find a lot of watch advertising emphasizing how accurate the mechanism is. They choose. It's uh, it's up to the creativity of the marketer how to position the product in what factors, what features and attributes to use. For example, some watch makers they use luxury for positioning their watches. Others use sportiness and design. So it is limited by the imagination of the marketer. But then after a while, some products may need repositioning. For example, Cadillac, many years ago, they found out that the average age, their customers were aging. So average age was going beyond, let's say, 50 or even 60. So they decided to reposition the brand by introducing, cooler, more modern models into the market. Same thing happened with American Express because they gather customer information. So uh, they discovered that American Express was associated with older people, and younger people chose Visa and Mastercard instead. So they also launched special marketing programs to attract younger audience, younger customers. So it required repositioning of the brands. And of course, sometimes you have to delete the product in order to free the resources for your uh, more promising products. How do companies organize for new product development? Um, the special product manager, if the sales of the product is large enough, each type of product may be assigned a product manager or even product management team. Same thing about brand manager. If a certain brand provides a lot of sales for the company, for example, Sprite for Coca-Cola, so there is a separate brand manager or brand management team of Fanta. So they deal with improvements and positioning, repositioning of these brands, and they take care of everything related with those decisions. If a company is very active in certain markets, for example, B2G, business to governments, so there may be a market manager for this or market management group which manage all the aspects of the market, right? So they prepare the offerings, they adjust the 4Ps, and lastly, companies also can approach the new product development by setting up cross-functional groups that create entirely new products that may be aimed at new markets. This is it for today. Thank you very much for your attention. I hope this was useful for you. You may email me if you have any questions. Have a great day.